Hi everyone, my name is Debbie Deluxe, and I am here to talk to you today about getting big bouncy curls that last in kind of naturally straight hair. I am a performer from Glasgow. I do burlesque, so having my big curls is a part of my signature look, and obviously when you're performing in shows that you can be there all night, I really need those curls to last. Lots of people think that I have naturally curly hair because they only ever see me with curls, but believe it or not, this is my natural hair. I've not even straightened it. It doesn't naturally hold a curl. It really takes a lot of work, so a lot of people, when I say, oh, you could curl your hair this way, they're like, no, my hair doesn't hold a curl, and I'm like, no, mine doesn't either. I do dye my hair, which people do say helps, but I don't terribly bleach my hair because I'm naturally fair, so I don't even have that. Probably helps a little bit, but not very much. So what I thought I would do is, since people have requested it on my other media platforms, I'm going to show you today how I curl my hair, the process I go through to get it looking a certain way. You can follow these steps and hopefully your hair will hold a lovely big bouncy curl that will last, and you'll look fabulous. So obviously we'll start today by brushing out the hair. I've only got a little bit of bobble in it. So yeah, as I'm not going to do anything to it. The one thing I will say is it really helps if you've not just washed it that day. When I wash my hair that day, unless I put the curls in while it's still a little bit damp and then leave it for like a day, that's the only way my hair is going to hold a curl. I luckily don't need to wash my hair every day because I dye my hair, so I don't have any problems with it going greasy or anything, so I can get away with it for quite a few days. And they say that, I think I've trained my hair to not need washed very often, which they do say happens. So yeah, it does help if it's not just been washed. And obviously if there's a little bit of dampness still in it, you don't want to be putting much heat on it anyway. At that stage I would use heated rollers, but the method I'm going to show you today is just with a normal curling iron. So what you will need is, really depends how you want to go with this curl. So if you've got hair maybe my length and you want that lovely big bouncy Hollywood curl, I would say all you're going to need for this is some Kirby grips, some hair slides to separate your hair throughout. If you do want a tighter curl, then I would recommend, or maybe one that's like much tighter at the bottom, I would recommend these little bendies. But you really want something that's not too bulky, because the point of this is that you leave it in for ages afterwards. So you really, the Kirby's are better as well because they're flatter to your head, so you will get away with wearing a scarf, which I'll show you at the end too. So what you want to do is, everyone's got a natural parting. When I curl my hair, I like to have the big front here curling out. I tend to have these curls sitting like this. But at this stage, it doesn't matter which way you want to curl your hair. If you want the big bounce, then what I like to do is almost go against the grain with it, so that I can then, once it's curled, put my parting in, and I find that I then get a bit more of a poof. If I want to go for a more flat curl look, then I would tend to maybe put it into the part and just curl it away from my face. But in this stage you want your curl to be multi-levelled, so you go from the top and you go down the way. But what you want to do is not do a pattern, so I'm actually going to go against my pattern and take all my hair back the way and do it that way. So I like to start with the front, and that's probably the easiest way to do this today. So what I'll do is I'll brush this out. So hair wise, I don't have any products in my hair whatsoever right now. I don't use a lot of products other than a protection spray before I dry my hair, but even at that I don't really blow dry my hair. We're going to talk about that in a different video though. I'm going to try and hide the fact that I touched my purple hair dye and then touched my hair, and when your hair's as porous as mine, everything just clings to it, so it needs a couple of washes to get this little dot away, so please ignore it. I'm normally a blonde, so this is my lockdown hair. So yep, we're going against what we normally would. But at this point you need to decide which way you want your curl to go. So do you want to go back from your face, or do you want to go like work it the forward way. Now I do it the forward way because I like my curl to do the bouffant, as I showed you earlier, and I find it works best if I do it this way. Obviously I'm not by any means a professional. This is just how I've done my hair for years. I've been a performer for a long time, and a lot of people ask, so I'll show you what I do and hopefully it works for you as well. So you don't even really need to hold this here that long. I would say the sooner you're taking your hair out, the longer you probably need to hold this here. But I don't like to keep heating my hair for a very long time, so I would probably only hold it for maybe as long as this, and then I would pin it that way. So, but again, if you are really worried, you can hold it a little bit longer, but you don't want to do much damage to your hair if you can help it. So what we do is we've got our curl here. What you do is you just get your finger and just wrap it out like this. So wrapped it around the finger, turn, 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 turn. And what you want to do is, got your curl here, we're just going to pin it. Nice and easy. If you're going to put a hairband on, you probably get away with one, because the less curvy the better, but I prefer to, if I'm going to go to sleep in them without a hairband, I would put 3 in each one. So we're going to keep to the top at the moment. So although this sits here, again, you want to pull this back the way, because it gives you more volume at the back when you do it that way. And again, you can sort your parting out afterwards, you know, and just do it, like, it'll style how you want and you'll give your hair some extra volume. So again, not a huge amount of hair. This is a little bit wider looking, but it's not very thick. I do have lots of hair, so we are going to be here a little while. So again, we're putting the heat into the scalp and it's going against the way I would be styling my hair. So we've got it volumised here, and we can put it wherever we want and it'll just give it nice volume. That's why we don't really, a lot of people would separate it this way and go from the bottom up, but I like to do it in sections going down the way, because I just feel it gives you much more volume and again gives you layers of curls as opposed to just like heavy at the bottom. I find when you do it that way as well, it's more chance of holding. When you've only got your curls starting like here and going down, they're going to fall out a lot quicker, you know. So again, doesn't need to be super curled, because we're just going to right away wrap our finger around it. So you're looking into my camera instead of looking into a mirror. Any size Kirby's really, like, you're going to use a couple in each one anyway, so I've got a total mixture of different sizes. There you go. So now moving on to the next layer. We don't need to go against our line anymore, it's just those top ones that I really do that. So I'm just going to curl it this way, and watch you run your fingers. Again, so see the way that I've went straight here, then that gives me more of the, it poofs out and then comes down like that, you know. You'll see what I'm saying at the end. But you just want a little bit of heat on your scalp, because it will take your hair away from your scalp and give you lots of lovely volume. And honestly, I didn't hold that there very long. I'm really nervous about damaging my hair, so I tend to try and minimise heat contact with it. So you see where we're going? Next layer again, so we're not grabbing from the bottom, we're taking it in sections. I don't like to put the very end into the clip, because I think sometimes when you get a little bend, usually any bends will come out anyway, because you're setting it in a different way from what it curled, but I just don't know, I hate those little bends, you know what I'm talking about. So it does get a little bit awkward with this side for me because I feel like I've really got to like pull my arm right over, but it's because I want that back from the face curl round again on this side. I don't have that issue when I do the other sections at the top, but just this little front one I like to try and make sure, because otherwise you don't get the same curl round. But it really depends how you want, whether you want that to curl away from you or into you. So again, we've done these side bits. You want to do the same with the back. So you want to make sure that you're sectioning this. So just do it like this. And you really want to section it this way. This is where it can get a little bit awkward, so you want to kind of like pull this out the way, this bit, because you obviously can't see what you're doing. Get our little clips and go. So then we've got our two little sections here. And we can just curl our nice back sections like that. Showing you a bit too much of my boobs there. Sorry. This does look like it's taken a long time, but honestly, if I wasn't trying to film it and show you what I was doing each time, then it wouldn't take as long. So really we now just have the bottom layer. So just now with this one, we can just do it along the way like you would. So it's like 3 sections maybe on each side left. You might have less, I do have a lot of hair, so yeah, we'll just get to our final layers. So, and that's our curls all set. So you'll see I've kind of took them up the way. Now some of them look quite loose, but that's okay because I'm going to wear a headscarf. As I said, if you don't want to wear a headscarf, if you're just going to your bed, then maybe you want to put more curbies in. But I sometimes think the more curbies, like the more chance of like curby marks and the curls not having the same kind of bounce. So what I would normally do after I've done this is just like an old spray bottle and I just have some water in it. That's all I do. So we'll just give the hair just a nice little spray. Water all over. Because you're going to leave it for hours anyway, as long as you possibly can. If you don't have time to wait for hours and hours and hours, you're worried it's still a little bit damp, then just stick the hairdryer on it for a little second and that'll take it. But honestly, it's not a lot of water I've put on, it's just like a light spray, just to kind of set it. And then I also put a little bit of hairspray on. I know you could just do tons of hairspray, but I just think then it's going to like crunch it and it's not going to help. This is really just to give it a little bit of aid for when you take it out, because you're going to brush it and spray it again anyway. So I like to just give this a little bit of hairspray after I've dampened it. I say a little bit of hairspray. The ozone layer hates me. I try. So that's our curls all set and ready. Now what I normally do at this point is I would do this in the morning. So say I had a show tonight. When I got up in the morning, one of the first things I would do is set my hair. And then I would go about, because I usually on a show day, I usually have, if I'm not working beforehand, then I'll be doing it super early. But if I'm working beforehand, I'll do it first thing in the morning. If I'm not working beforehand, whenever I get up and start getting ready, I'll put my curls in and set them. I tend to arrive at the venues at least 2 hours before a show starts anyway, so it'll be like hours and hours and hours before I've even left my house that I've done this, you know, and then I'll go get my rehearsals. The show starts at least 2 hours beforehand I arrive, so sometimes it can be much longer. Like there's some events where I'll be arriving at like 3 and I'll not be on till like 10 at night. So what I'm trying to say from that is that you can't leave it in too long. The longer you leave this, the better. So leave it as long as you can. If I don't think I'm going to have time in the morning, and if I've got an earlier start, I'll do it the night before. So yeah, and to be honest, if you have to just wash your hair, then the longer, as I said, the longer you leave it, the better. So yeah, with a scarf, I literally just hook it onto the top of my head like this. Can you see? I'm gonna, like, this won't be glamorous because I'm not gonna do it very quickly, but I tend to just wrap it around like that and then I tie mine off to the side a little bit. I think it's cuter because then you've got like this in the middle. If you don't want that in the middle, you can hide it. What I tend to find as well is, like, if I really don't want this here, then I'll just rearrange it to the side once I've tied it on. I will show you that as well. It is cute. So just tie these scarves, like, you get absolutely anywhere, honestly. Tie a little bow, tuck that under to hide it, and then just make sure that you've pulled them up at the back. But generally, I don't mind if there's like a little bit peeking out, you know, it's not a big deal. If you don't think that you cut about like that, because I guess it really depends your style, then do feel free. The reason I like it higher up is because, as I said, I really like that volume, but it really depends. You'll get used to it. It depends the type of curl you want to, like, look already, like, that's hit so much colour than what I curled it. And so if you don't want to cut about like this, what you can do is reshape this and put it to the side that you would normally wear your hair. So you can either, like, just put it here, which is pretty cute, or if you don't want it on show, you would just put one curly in it so you can still move it, and then just hide it under here, and then just leave yourself like that. So it's really up to you, but as I said, my personal look, I find it works better for me. If you want to go for the nice Hollywood glamour lift at the top, then I would recommend keeping this curl tight and centred, because you want it to last all night as well. Again, if you're leaving it for much longer, you could probably do it a bit looser, but I'm going to show you how I get long neck curls and straight hair, so and that's us. So I will come back soon and we can see the finished result. Hi, so it's been a little while and you can see what happens when you take the headscarf off is that it gets a little bit floofy, but that's okay. So we'll just do the next stages. I've got some hairspray. I tend to use this one from Superdrug because it's cruelty free as well. Use anyone. I only use a firm hold. I don't think that you need any more than that because you don't want it to go dead crunchy. So we'll just start at the back. So we tend to start at the back at the very bottom ones. Just take them all out. Then once we've got them out, give them a little spray. So I just shake them a little bit and then I give them a spray. And I'm going to do this with each layer. So here's your next layer. Doesn't take long at all, this bit. This is the easy bit. So again, just so you're like spraying them as you go, so they're all kind of getting it. You're not missing any, you know. So yeah, that's all our bottom layer ones. Get the next one. So what I'll do is I'll leave the top one, these top two, I'll leave them to the very, very last. It just allows us to start styling the hair because those bits get backcombed as well. But I'll leave this one as well, sorry, I forgot. This is another fily one. Just in case you want to style your hair the way I do after it's been curled. I think that's us. So just leave that for a little second to dry in. I just use my normal brush I was using before, but don't go crazy, so just grab it in sections. Just give it a nice little brush. So it's still not, like, do you know what I mean, it's still not get high up, but it's the layers of curls, as I was talking about. So what we'll tend to do is, we'll give a little spray at the root, just give it a little bit of, just a light back comb, don't do it a lot, just a little bit of back combing, give it some volume, you want to lift that and do a little bit underneath as well, same on this side. To give the curls a little bit of lift. And again, make sure you're doing the back. Give that a little spray, leave it to set. With this one, what I tend to do is I like to push it away from my face. It's kind of doing that already. What I'll do is I'll just give it a little spray in there. Again, just use my big brush again. There's no special tools being used here, you know, it's things that we all have, a basic hairbrush in the house, you know, don't need special combs or back combing combs or anything, so it just gives it a little bit of volume. And you see what I mean about it, like pushing back from the face. Sometimes I would pin this as well for a little while just to keep it set there, but it just really depends how you want it to sit. If you do want it to really stay back all night, you can like then go on to pin it in place until you're ready to go out, and that will just keep that pulled back from your face and keep it set it there for you. You want to pin that gently though because you don't want to leave a mark from your curvy. Then I'd do the back one. A little bit of spray. Back combing, just a gentle bit again, I don't want it massive, just a little bit, you know, and then flatten it down. And just start to give this a little bit of brushing, you know, teasing out. But I tend to just brush, like you'll see that I was just brushing the ends as opposed to from the root because you don't want to flatten the root. Then my favourite one. So I tend to give it a little bit of spray in there and a little bit of spray in there. brush it to where you want it to go. So this is where my pattern really comes into it. So you look at what you've got. Obviously, like that belongs over there. So this isn't perfect. I would usually spend a little while straightening that, but and then just give it a little comb. Like, see where you want the font to be. You're kind of back combing it away from it, and then you bring it over, and that just keeps the volume in. It really depends how big you want to go. So sometimes I would back comb another layer of it just to give it more volume. Don't worry if it goes very voluminous, because you do bring that back down again. Tease your curls, get them to do what you want them to do. You can play about with this, you know, until you're happy with where they're all sitting. So I tend to play about until I'm happy with the placement of them all. Final spray all over. Take this out, tease it down, and that's you. So these are quite a looser curl, you know, if you do want them tighter and curlier, as I said, you can use these curlers. That would give you the tighter curl at the bottom, or you can do smaller sections. I would recommend the smaller sections if you do want a tighter curl, but if you want this kind of big beffonty curl, so we'll look at the back volume now. So that's you all over. So you see what I mean about the multi-layered curl, like it's curled pretty high up and giving you lots of volume. And that should do like that for your night out. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope you like the curls. If you've got any other suggestions of any other videos that you would like, then go ahead, ask me, I can get that up for you. I really want more ideas of what people want to see, because I don't want to just keep putting things up if you aren't interested. So yeah, let me know what you would like to see in the comments. Find me on everything at Debbie Deluxe. Subscribe and like, it really helps. Thank you for watching, I hope it was useful, and go and enjoy your big curls and let me know if it works. Bye!